food tastes better from other people? I feel like it tastes better when you cook it yourself sometimes, you know? And also, it tastes better when someone else cooks it for you with love. So that's why I love my mother's cooking and my grandmother's cooking, and whoever else ever cooked for me with love, it probably tasted nice because of the secret ingredient, love. A horrible thing, I don't know if I ever talked about this, but my family, when I was going to school, I feel awful about this now, but almost every day, my mother, or sometimes my father, sometimes my sister, would prepare my lunch, and it was usually things like sandwiches. Before I go off to school, I'd get a nice sandwich with ham and cheese in it, usually, or ham, salami, cheese, whatever it was, right? You get a nice sandwich. Sometimes there's other things, what else we have, like tuna with pickles and stuff like that. Sometimes you get like egg sandwiches. They're pretty good, I love sandwiches. But the thing is, I was a spoiled little shit when I was a kid. So, I would get the same sandwiches every day and I'd say, "Keh, I don't want to eat this." And I would throw it out like 90% of the time or give it to someone else. Yeah. So I was a horrible waster of food and not appreciating the food that my family was making for me. There was this one time where we had tonkatsu for dinner the other day, and like the night before or something, we had tonkatsu for dinner and it was good. And then my mom packed me a sandwich for school in the morning, and then I just probably threw it away like I usually did. I got home and then my mom was like, "Did you eat the sandwich?" And I was like, "Yeah, can we try something else besides ham and cheese?" And then she says, "What do you mean? It was tonkatsu in the sandwich. We had some leftover tonkatsu in the sandwich." And I just realized, oh shit, I actually would have wanted to eat that. No. So I felt bad about that one because I actually wanted to eat the tonkatsu a lot. And then there was another one where my big sister made a sandwich for me. I think my mom must have been away or something like that. And I think I threw it away that day as well. And when I came home, my sister was like, "Did you eat the sandwich?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "What was in it?" By the way, they always ask me if I ate the sandwich because they knew that I tend to throw them away. And she asked me, "Did you eat the sandwich?" I said, "Yeah, I did." I didn't eat the sandwich. She said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay, what was in it?" I said, "Oh, it was salami, cheese, butter." And she's like, And I was like, "Huh? What? Was there something else?" She keeps going, And I was like, "That was it." I'm like, that was it. There was nothing else in it. And then she said, "What about the secret ingredient?" And I was like, What? What was the secret ingredient? What was it? What the fuck? Oh shit, I'm in trouble. They're gonna know that I didn't eat the sandwich. I'm like, "What was the secret ingredient?" And she's like, "Love." That was so cute. And I felt so bad, actually. I felt so bad afterwards, actually. She made that sandwich for me, but I lied to her. I told her that I ate it, the sandwich that she made with love, but I actually threw it away. I'm bad. Yeah. I feel bad because I just think about how lucky I am to even have something as nice as a sandwich to eat every day, and to have a family that's nice and loving enough to prepare lunch for me every day. And I just took it for granted and threw it away almost every time. I mean, sometimes I'd give it away to other people that actually didn't have lunch. Some kids at my school couldn't even afford lunch, so sometimes I give it to them, right? And they would be more appreciative of it than I was. And yeah, sometimes we would do tradies, and like I'd have the juice box and trade it for a bit of the whatever they had from the canteen. But I was very spoiled as a child. I feel like I'm still spoiled to this day, in fact. But I feel very bad to this day about how much I wasted back then. All those sandwiches. I wonder how much all those sandwiches that I didn't eat ended up costing my family in the end. All the time and the money that they spend preparing those for me, and I didn't ever appreciate it. So yeah, these days I try to be more thankful, more grateful for the things that I receive. And I try to do nice things for my family too, sometimes anyway. Yeah, I've cooked for my family before, sure. I remember this is when I was like pretty young. But I don't know, like my parents they're pretty active, and you know, sometimes they'll be out of town. My mom's always out of town, right? And when I was younger, it was just me and my dad at home by ourselves, the two of us. And it was my turn to cook dinner. He says, "All right, Sonny, you're up. Time to cook something. Cook us something nice, would ya?" And I said, "All right, I got you, Dad." And what I made was I got white bread. I got slices of white bread, butter spread on both sides, fried them. So it's like fried toast, plenty of butter throughout the bread. Fried on both sides, got a nice char on the bread, on the toast. And then fried bacon. I got bacon strips. Bacon strips, fried them up to a crisp, nice and browned bacon. And then I got 4 of these fried butter toasts, right? I got 4 slices of buttered toast. And then I've got like 6 strips of bacon between us. And I sandwich the bacon strips between 2 slices of fried bread. And I hand it over to my dad, say, "Hey, here's your dinner, Dad." And he ate it. It's so bad. I can't believe he ate it. I don't think he even thought much of it. He's like, "Yeah, whatever." Thanks, son. I still remember that. That was, man. Yeah, it like that's it. It was just like 3 things: bread, butter, and bacon, and that's it. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I guess I guess he just took it as it was. Didn't think much of it. Your son's made dinner for us. Can't not eat it. Can't not eat it, can I? That's probably what he was thinking. There's another time I was in Japan with my relatives in Japan, and I tried to make oyakodon, which is just chicken and egg and dashi sauce basically, and onions, I guess. I forget exactly what the problem is, but I was like reading the recipe, and it says add this much dashi to the sauce. And I was like, "Where's the dashi?" Like I'm used to having like powdered dashi. We didn't have it, so I guess I just I was looking through my auntie's fridge, and I was like, "Oh, here's dashi," and it was like, I forget what you call it. Maybe it's like shiro dashi. It was like a liquid dashi, and I didn't know the measurements for it, so I was just like, I'll just put some of this in, and it was like a big, like, tablespoon or so, maybe more than a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of dashi. I kind of just eyeballed it and put it into the dish. I continued cooking, and then you know, I was done. When I tasted it, I felt like I took a bite of the ocean because it was so fucking salty. Jesus Christ. It's like I actually took a gulp of salt water. It was awful. It was extremely, extremely salty. So I guess that wasn't the right measurements for that type of dashi. No. Extremely salty. But I ate mine, and I made another serving for my uncle who was at work doing overtime at his Japanese company, and I left it out on the table for him for when he gets home, and he ate it. He ate it all up. But yeah, like the next day when we were talking about it, he's like, I think you put too much dashi in that. I thought I was gonna get kidney disease. So yeah, try not to make that mistake again. I should have tasted it. I always forget to taste things before I like proceed with the cooking. It's my problem. Be careful with that liquid shirodashi. Very, very salty. But yeah, those are some nice cooking episodes. I haven't thought about this stuff for a long time. Just a few times I've cooked for my family, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I haven't cooked for them extremely recently. Yeah, you're supposed to dilute the shirodashi. Yeah, そうだよね. 薄めて使うべきなんだよね。実は知らなかったあの時は。It was salty, but at least it had the secret ingredient. Kidney disease. Yes.